Okay, now we'll move on to conduct of business.
Item 6A, appoint citizen to fill one vacancy on the San Bruno Planning Commission. On October 15th, 2019, the City Council held a special meeting to interview applicants for the one vacancy on the Planning Commission. The applicants that were interviewed were Marco Durazzo, Tom Gardner, Aros Ensberg Harmon, James Mahon, and Matthew Sum.
Thank you. So what we'll do at this time, unless council has any difference, is that we'll go ahead and open it for a nomination, a second, and then I'll put that off to the side, and then we'll continue, and then we'll see, and then we'll bring them back. Is that acceptable to everybody?
Through the chair, if I could just make a brief comment before
Please.
we open it up. I just wanted to say that this appointment is a little bit different from the ones that we make for some of the other committees, and it is definitely a very important one. We had very, I think, really great interviews with the candidates, with all of them, and it really was an impressive group that volunteered to be interviewed for the position. And I just wanted to thank everyone that came out and spent the time with us and gave us their thoughts and shared their vision for the city and let us know what their interest was. So I just wanted to say that because we can only appoint one, unfortunately, but we had excellent candidates, and so I just wanted everyone to feel that, or to know that we did appreciate it, and we were. I think that you all agree that it was a very impressive group.
I think you'd have a 5-0 vote on that. And again, we do hold it on a separate evening because obviously we want to give more specialized time. It's one-on-one. It's usually sometimes folks are in a group setting, but we bring each person in individually to be interviewed and go through the questions and process. And they not only have the application, but they have a additional questionnaire that is also provided. Keep in mind, as Michael said, now they have to fill out Form 700 when appointed. Now they have to worry about the Brown Act, and their pay is zero. And that means the architectural review meetings. That means 2 meetings a month. And that means that, you're more of a public figure, per se, that people are going to ask questions about what you did, where your interests lie, and et cetera. So it is appreciated that these folks are willing to give up their time and their love for their community. So with that, why don't we move on to nominations?
Mr. Mayor,
Marty,
I'd like to nominate Marco Durazzo.
is there a second? Other nominations?
I'd like to nominate Mr. Harmon.
I'll second.
Are there any other? I have a motion and a second from Irene and Michael on Mr. Harmon. Are there any other nominations?
I'd like to nominate Mr. Sum.
Is there a second? Any other nominations? At this point, the one nomination so far, unless I hear anything else, is Mr. Harmon. It has had a motion and a second. Are there any other nominations? If not, is there any action by council?
Move to approve,
Who?
Move to appoint.
or appoint, sorry.
Mr.
Mr. Harmon.
Is there a second?
Second.
Motion made and second to approve Mr. Harmon on the Planning Commission. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? 5-0 vote. Mr. Harmon, congratulations. You now will go to the library and you'll begin reading. Just kidding.
Through the chair, can I just make a comment?
Yes.
I just want to say thank you for your time. And Michael, I did owe your comments as well. I will say that I felt definitely that one candidate stood out amongst the rest. I felt like you came prepared, you were very knowledgeable. I know it's not an easy setting, sitting across a rambunctious group like us, but I felt that you were the right candidate for that, and I definitely concur with my other council members here who've supported you. And I think it's a really important job. The Planning Commission and what you have to offer and your vote coming to council weighs heavy on a lot of our decisions. And so I appreciate your time and dedication to this upcoming Planning Commission. So thank you.
Any other comments? No pressure. Good.
I know you won't let us down.
Yes. Okay, with that, again, as Michael said, and I really do sincerely appreciate everybody that applied. I think we did ask questions, too, of some folks. Would they be interested in some other positions potentially? So obviously, your application will remain on file with the city clerk, and if a vacancy or other vacancies open up, you will be reached out to.